Hello and welcome. This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more Factorio. And we had a little bit of problems coming back in here. Things didn't go well. Unfortunately, I got sick the day that we had planned to record, so things got moved back a little bit. And then Rotype had some problems of his own, and yeah, we've had a little bit of the fates have not been aligned for us, but. Now we're back, and on top of the fact that we're back, we also are now finally playing the latest version of the game. So that means that there's
right. We're now
there's a lot of broken things that we have to fix.
And this is a perfect example of these boilers where these used to be 1x1 entities, and now they're 3x2 entities. And I don't know how the game engine handles this because they used to be all here in a nice straight line, and now they're all kind of in this wacko overlapping space. So the consequence of this, though, is that our base has no power because our power system now doesn't work. So that's step one is fix power. We'll have to go around. I'm sure there are plenty of other broken things.
So yeah, the boilers are much bigger now.
And the nice thing is they're much more powerful, but obviously there's some broken things we need to work on. So if you remember, the old kind of ratio used to be, now I'm trying to even remember, I think it was 14 to 10, 14 boilers to 10 steam engines. That's now different. So let's see if I have, here we go. So I have a pump here. I'm going to put one pump, and that's the only pump we'll need for quite a while because the ratio is now, where are my boilers here? One pump.
I've got a bunch.
So the ratio is one pump to 20 boilers to 40 steam engines. And
all right, can you say that again?
You can kind of reduce one pump, 20 boilers, 40 steam engines.
Now, why are you bringing them out like this in groups of two?
Yes. So this is because, this is just kind of a layout that I have adopted. So if you turn the alt info on and you look up at these boilers, you'll see that the water kind of comes in the way I have it laid out here, left and right. And then on the top, there's this like cloud that is steam. So now instead of just heating water and magically hot water moves a turbine or a steam engine, now you actually produce steam, and the steam operates the steam engine. And so you can imagine there's all these different layouts people have come up with. That's the name of this game. Everybody has their own ideal layout for whatever. This is kind of this one of the more simple layouts. Obviously, you can imagine if I put all 20 in a line, that would get really long and take up all kinds of space down here. So what I should have done is left a little space so you can kind of double it up. But where are my steam engines? Here we go. So because it's 1 to 2, the 20 to 40 kind of goes on that 1 to 2 ratio. This is a pretty common layout. And the reason I left the space is so I can put poles here.
Oh, okay.
That's, So I just go through and let's see, where are the rest of my steam engines? So this is, like I said, one of the more basic layouts you can just do is, line them all up. And I don't even know how many you have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12. So that's 14. You can imagine instead of 14, maybe at some point you flip them around like this. And then you have 2 columns of 10, and that'll get you your 20 boilers and your 40 steam engines. This might actually, so the tricky part is you do need to get the coal in still.
Oh,
what
okay.
I might do is actually run the coal in here, space them out one more. I don't have them on my hotbar, so they're harder to, there we go. So this is, again, just a pretty basic, and I'm out of boilers, but you can fill out the column. Here's your basic layout you can use. Just fill in the rest of these. And they also buffed the steam engines themselves. The steam, they made something called a steam turbine, and we'll get to that later. So I'm gonna get them confused, but these are still steam engines. Steam turbines come later. But they buffed the amount of power you get out of them. I don't remember what it used to be. let's see, these say, I don't think it says unless I actually turn one on. Oh, here it is. Maximum power output 900 kilowatts. I believe it used to be, ooh, maybe 500 or 520 or something like that. So they gave you get a little more power per steam engine now than you used to. So that's kind of nice.
Not sure I'm gonna get you the belt though.
And yeah, we can do this.
Oh, okay.
Oh, but yeah, see, that was okay, but we need to get the water into. There we go. And I did not put the pump in a good place because. Ooh, yeah. So the coastlines in this game work a little funny, but this will work. I think this is gonna look pretty ugly.
Oh, you can do.
And then I need to put. Where'd the pump go? Here we go. Put the pump in. Sure, there. This is super ugly. But okay, it's connected. Nobody look at it. It works. Bring the power lines in. And so this we haven't even used all of the steam engines we used to use. I don't know if you have any in your inventory, but I have 10 more in my inventory. And I bet we're getting more power than we used to for this number of steam engines. So that's kind of, like I said, they buffed them, so it's kind of nice. And, oh, we need the inserters. So I still tend to use the burner inserters. Same idea, you don't need power. So if you have a weird power problem, you can still actually get the fuel into the burners. Let's see, I forgot to actually connect these together. There we go.
Oh, I just did something redundant on the other side. There we go.
Yeah, I mean, redundant when power comes is not actually a bad thing.
And I have all the inserters, or you're not producing more, are you? Okay, good.
No.
Because I have 42 in my inventory, so.
Wow, we must have had a lot more before than we do now.
Yeah. Forget how many lines we had. We had like maybe four or five.
Yeah, so let's see if we can tell. Well, so it looks like it hasn't all turned on yet because the fuel hasn't gotten there. But like I said, we might be okay with this amount. And then because this is the 20 and 40 off of the one offshore pump, you tend to just kind of duplicate this, including the pump. Like if you started adding more boilers to the end of this column, you'd start losing efficiency because the pump doesn't produce enough water. So this is kind of, like I said, your ideal ratio. Oh yeah, good idea. Dump all the coal. Oh, they did add, so talking about features, I'm going to try and remember all the features they've added in the 0.15 patch. If you have something in your hand, so if I push coal in my hand and I control left click on a boiler, it dumps. That's the same as it used to be. Now, instead of, like, if I want to dump as much coal as I can into each of these boilers, I used to have to control left click and then control left click again and then control left click again. Now I can just control left click on the first one and drag across all the other ones.
Oh, okay.
It seems like a really simple thing, but when I don't know, it just makes things a little bit faster. Like it's a little more convenient to just click and. I think this was going, it's over there. Connect this to our old line that it used to go to.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, not much has changed, just kind of the ratio. I still do the send the fuel through the power before you make it available to everything else, because power is the most important, all those things. Let's see, what else has changed in 0.15? Let's head over to science, because I believe that's the next thing we can talk about.
All right.
Hopefully I won't destroy any pipes along the way. So they've completely changed science works the same way, but they've completely changed a lot of the recipes, which is a little interesting. So I'm gonna destroy a power pole. It's fine.
Sure, it's fine.
You didn't see it. Didn't happen. I fixed it. Okay, so let's just turn on some kind of research here. What research do we want? Sure, that one go. I don't care. So you'll see that these blue science guys are not working anymore. I mean, partially because they're backed up, but even this one that's not backed up is not actually working anymore because they changed the recipe. So they changed it a lot. So they don't need batteries anymore. They don't need steel anymore. They need the advanced circuits, electric mining drills, and engine units. So there's a new blue science research. But on top of that, they added like, I don't know, 4 more science packs, a bunch of different science packs. So if you open up the research menu, which is, equally as daunting as it used to be, now you'll see next to the little icons on the left side, you'll see, red science, blue science, green science. We've got gray science. We have purple science. We have, let's see if I can see. Yeah, there's a like
Yellow
an
science.
orangey colored science. Yeah, so there's all kinds of different. There's all these science packs. So the gray one is military. So you'll see that's kind of attached to anything that's combat related. These rockets and landmines, and those are all military related. And then I'm trying to remember the names of them all. The purple one, I believe, is called production, and it's related to like mining and production buildings. The yellow, I think, is high tech, which is kind of a generic, like, high level. And then it's not shown on here, I don't think, but there's even another one, which I think is like a white colored science. And that I believe they're calling space science, which is what you get now from launching a rocket, which used to be kind of the end of the game. I mean, it is still kind of considered the end of the game, but now you actually get something for it other than like launch the rocket, yay, you win. Now you win, but you also get science packs out of it to research more stuff. So
do I see a big mushroom cloud? I see a big mushroom cloud on here.
Yeah, another thing they've added. So that is the atomic bomb, which was added. But if you click the atomic bomb and you can kind of see the little tree that leads up to it, there's a big kind of weird looking ball that we haven't researched yet called nuclear power. So they've added a nuclear reactor and assorted other, related. You can see you get uranium ammo and some like enrichment processing and stuff. So they've added an entirely new way to generate power, which is, nuclear. And I'm going to look on the map here. It looks like, so we don't have any on our currently explored map, which I didn't expect to see because we explored this portion of the map in the 0.14 patch. But to do nuclear power, you need to enrich uranium, which you need to mine. So they added a new mineral to the map, uranium, which you then need to mine and then go through all these production processes, and that will enable your atomic bomb, your nuclear power, all the fission. I think there's like a fission bomb, and there's uranium ammo, and there's all these other kind of cool sounding nuclear related things. But you need uranium to do it. We unfortunately don't have any because we've explored this large area. But if we were to kind of explore further out, it would use the 0.15 map generation settings past our currently explored area, and we would find some out a little ways somewhere.
If it was here,
and in our case,
if it was here, what color would it be?
It would be that kind of green.
Okay.
And even cooler, it glows in the dark.
Oh, okay.
I don't think really uranium does that, but it's cool. I like it. It's really like, I mean, we probably wouldn't notice it too much because we have an extra light mod for YouTube, but maybe one episode when we find some, we'll turn it off and you can see it kind of glow in the dark. It's pretty cool. I mean, it's aesthetic, but it's cool.
I'm also having fun with the new zoom feature with the map.
Ah, yes. Yeah, this is handy. We should actually probably make some more radars and plop them around so we can use it. But yeah, it's super handy, and it's also kind of cheaty. So let's see, where am I standing right now? I'm way over by the science, and if I zoom into the map to the level where it switches into the real life looking view, and then go over to, let's just say, okay, so we have our solid fuel in a box next to all of our petrol processing and all that stuff. Do you see that?
Wait, what?
Are you watching? This is gonna be so go onto your map and go to the light fuel into solid fuel processing area.
Mm-hmm.
You see that little box? Oh, it didn't work. Ah, I was trying to be cool. Okay, so sometimes you can, because we have long reach, you can interact with stuff way far away. We must have
Oh,
had the reset long reach that it doesn't actually let us cheat that badly, which is a
okay.
little disappointing. In my single player, I can like pick up stuff all the way across the map because with the new map feature, I can zoom in and see exactly what I'm looking at and then just pick it up because my long reach is like, half the globe. I guess we can't cheat so badly in this game. I
Oh.
suppose I'll survive. So one thing we now have to do is make blue science actually work again.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't need any of these ingredients anymore. Well, we need the red circuits, but that is it. We don't need these batteries and filter inserters, all these things.
So the main thing we just need
Clean all
now,
this up.
let me just remind myself, for blue science, we just need, we already have the engine unit, right? Or is that wrong?
Well, we have some being produced somewhere, I think.
Okay, we
Yeah,
didn't
way
have that
down
on the
at the
line,
end of the
though.
column. Yeah, so in the way I tend to organize science, I like to have a separate area. Even if I'm making engines for something else, I want to have engines dedicated to science in its own place. That's a play style, but so I'd be inclined to make an engine column that is solely directed into the blue science.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, clean this up. And let's see, we can leave the red circuits because we need that. We don't need the batteries here anymore, so I'm going to pick this up as well. The other thing we'll need to make, what was it? I think it was electric mining drills that they use. So I think electric mining drills are pretty simple. Just need some, electronic circuits, gear wheels, and iron plate. So that could possibly go, maybe right here where the batteries used to be. Just put in a little column to make electric mining drills. In a way, it makes blue science a little bit easier. People used to kind of get hung up on blue science because it involved a lot of the oil processing and it was pretty complicated. You still need oil for the plastic to make the red circuits, but it's a little bit simpler now. Let's pick up these. All right. Oh, this is a good time to show off one of the other new 0.50. If you push B, you get the blueprint library, which is a new thing. So let's see. I don't know can you see anything in your blueprint library other than like the buttons? But can you see any blueprints anywhere?
I see stuff under your player Rotype.
Okay, so I have, so you'll see everybody in the game on the left. And you'll see, so what you're seeing are my blueprints that I have made in a different single player game.
Mm-hmm.
And I must have put them in like a shared accessible place because I think I put them there because I wanted to use them in another game, like another single player game. So I put them in the, take this with me folder. And now that I'm in this game, I took them with me and you can see all of my blueprints. Now, I don't think we've talked much about blueprints yet.
No, we haven't.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that a little bit later. But I was hoping I had. Let me check my blueprints here. I might have one for science. Let me just check. I have plastic, sulfuric acid, but no, I don't. Okay. So if I had one, say I had built this blue science layout in a previous game or a different game or something, and it was awesome, and I always wanted to use it, and I never wanted, I never wanted to forget it, and I always had it. I could just pull it out and plop it here, even though I've never built it in this game before. I still have access to the blueprint.
So just like a copy paste, just like a copy paste feature, more or less.
Yeah. So what I can do, let me just take, I'll just do my plastic layout here. And so I clicked my plastic blueprint and it's in my cursor. And if I just push it, you get all of these ghost items similar to the shift. I believe we've talked a little bit about the shift dragging and stuff. So this is basically a way to save whole segments into, a shift drag kind of ghost placement mode. If we had robots ready, they would come in and build this. In the meantime, it's just kind of a ghost image of stuff, of whatever layout you want.
Mm-hmm.
Now, One other thing, I suppose, while we're talking about it is, I don't know if you have any blueprints in your inventory. Probably not.
I don't think so.
You have any? They're just, yeah. So they're just kind of blue squares. The
Oh,
way to
in my
get one
inventory.
now, yeah,
No, I
in
don't.
your inventory or on your hotbar or anything.
No, not that I
so
see.
what you
Oh,
used
blue
to have
squares?
to do,
Blue squares?
yes.
I'm not sure
Not
if I
like
follow
the-
because, like, for instance, in my hotbar, I have a transport belt and there's a blue square around it. I'm assuming that's
No,
because
so that is your
yeah, that's just a
that's
lock-in
your
feature.
locking.
Yeah.
No, so this is different, and you probably don't have any.
Okay.
But this actually sounds like a good topic for next episode. We can go into all the depth and details about blueprints.
All right. Well, in any case, I think we're going to wrap up here for this video. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. This is Mouse Gunner and Rotype signing out.